naked eyes. Woo-hoo. All my face is completely done. Like foundation and I highlight my brows. Today's makeup tutorial, are you ready? Are you ready? Is going to be the winged eyeliner. So I have a couple different variations that you can do, ways you can do them. One might be easier for some people, one way might be more difficult for others. I do both depending on kind of what look I'm going for. We'll go over the products and then we will go over how to wing your eyeliner. Today's hair is also just, it was braided all last night, and then I decided just to do my pineapple puff. First product we're gonna go over is the MAC Fluid line. It is kind of rubbed off a little bit, but this is Black Track. This is a cream eyeliner, and this is actually one of my favorites because it, once you put it on, it stays until you wash it off. It does not run. You don't get that at the end of the day, the black smudge underneath your eyes. But this one is one of my favorites. Next is just the MAC eyeshadow. So this one is Carbon, and this is just black. And I like this one too because this can really give you a smoky look when you're applying your black, but you can also get your brush wet and apply this in the same manner as the cream if you want to make more of a sharp line. The one thing with the powder is it can get messy. Sometimes it can fall underneath your eye. Next is the MAC 263 angled brush. I love applying all my eyeliners with this brush because it is very thin and angled to get that perfect eyeliner shape you're creating. So first things first, you always want to make sure your brush is super clean. So I just use, this is like an old bottle I got years ago, a little spray bottle that I can use for traveling, and I just fill it with a brush cleaner, which you can get at any makeup store. So I usually just take a paper towel and brush it. You can see the black coming off from what I've done before. So you just want to make sure it's really clean so you can start fresh. And I usually will take my makeup napkin that I clean all my brushes on, and I usually go like this and pull downwards so that you end up flattening out your brush so it's not all frayed out from cleaning it. So that it'll be nice and flat and literally ready to go. So you can see that. We're gonna do one side with the cream eyeliner and then one side with the powder, just so you can see how it works on both sides. We're gonna start small on the inside of the eye. As we work towards the outer eye, we're gonna get a little bit thicker, and then we're gonna wing out to a tiny light little line. One thing to remember too is everybody's eye shape is different, so how the winged eyeliner is gonna look on you is gonna vary from person to person. So eyelids, if you don't have a whole lot of eyelids, that's gonna probably make it more difficult for you. Some people have a lot of eyelid and maybe bigger eyes. It'll work really well with. So it depends on the shape of your eye, and if it doesn't work, don't get frustrated. It doesn't mean that you didn't do it right. Sometimes just the shape of your eye, you're gonna have to play with it to find what a particular look is gonna work for your eyeball. When to apply eyeliner. I usually always apply my eyeliner after I've done my eyeshadow, usually before I do my whole face as well, especially if you are using the powder eyeliner. You don't want to have any makeup on your face, because if any black shadow falls down below here, then you got a mess. Then you gotta, when you try to wipe it off, you're gonna wipe your makeup off, and then it just becomes more work than it needs to be. Especially if you're using the powder, I would always finish your eyeshadow first, do your eyeliner last, then do your lashes, then apply your face. The cream, you can kind of really work with whatever, but if your face is already done, if you do mess up with the cream, then you have to try to clean that, and that can be a problem too. So I usually will do my eyeshadow, my eyebrows, then my eyeliner, then my eyelashes, and then I finish with my face. If you've seen my past makeup videos, I usually do that sequence. Each lady does their sequence different, so it just really depends on you and what works for you. And when I apply the cream, I'm usually always leaving it still super thin. I don't put so much on, it's like fat. And I usually will start at a midpoint So I always leave it thicker here, and as I come to the middle, it kind of starts swooping down to a thinner line that connects to the corner of my eye here. Okay, there's two ways you can do your line. A lot of times I look up, so you can follow this, the bottom of your eyelid, and follow it straight up. Or you can use with something flat like this that can help create the line. You can put here and then fill in. And then you always want to connect, create like a little triangle and connect your lines. Ta-da! One side done! The cream side, now we're going to do powder on this side. But what we're going to do is wet the powder because this side, we want to match this side. And yes, I still have my keloid there. I tried the tea tree oil on that religiously for probably like, I want to say 2 or 3 months, or since I last did that makeup video, and it's still there. So I think I'm just gonna have to go get it checked out and find out if I can get it removed. On to the next eyeball. So I clean my brush, it is flat and ready to go. And we have your powder, flat, flat, flat. And you'll notice it doesn't go on as dark as the other one. You have to build on it. But you can see how it has a softer look than this side. By wetting your powder, you won't get that where it'll fall down to the bottom of your eye here. So again, it's something you're gonna have to just keep building onto to make super dark. Powder works different than a cream. So now we're gonna use this guy so you can see how it works when creating a line with something. So all you do is line it up with the bottom of your eye, and then you still create that triangle. You can see you're starting to get a line. So that can help for some people who don't quite can draw with the straight line. And then you'll want to add and then you always double check and make sure that they're even. So I think we about nailed our eyeliner. Now we're gonna add eyelashes. I always do my eyelashes after my eyeliner, because then once I add my eyelashes, then I can go back over the eyelash line where it was glued with the black, so it blends the eyelash strip into your makeup, into your eyeliner. Otherwise, you'll be able to see it. So that's why I always do my eyelashes last. The House of Lashes. These are Siren. These are my favorites ever. They fit my eye perfect too. I don't have to trim these guys. How I take these off is I bend and I grab from the middle. Because if you grab from the edge, you can mess up the ends of your eyelashes. Duo glue. So I do this side, because you want to give it like about 30 seconds to dry. Then you do the other side, take it off, grab by the middle, pull off. We do this one. Now we go back to our left eye, and you can use your hand, you can use a pair of tweezers, and I'm going to push down right in the middle. So we'll let that dry a little bit. Now we're gonna go to the other side. Voila, that's fast. Practice makes perfect. So you can get it down really fast if you just keep doing it. So don't give up, just keep trying. So if you're like me and many other girls out there who suffer from the corners lifting, especially after you put them on and then later you start seeing either this corner or this corner, they start lifting. Makeup hack, take a toothpick and I take a little bit of extra glue and I just put a little bit right here on my hand. So I let that dry for about 30 seconds or so. We just dab get a little bit on there, just like that. Then you go right at the corner that touches your eye and your eyelid, just like that. Every once in a while, just push up that corner into the glue you just put. That'll really fasten the corners down and then you won't have to worry about them lifting even when you're training or whatever it is that you're doing. So I've been doing that for years and years and it's always worked for me. I've never had problems with the corners lifting. So after the glue has set, then you're gonna take your brush again and either one of your blacks, and again you're gonna leave your brush, you want it to always stay flat, and then you're gonna go back over everything you just did. My brush was backwards. So you can see how it blends in. Now we're on to the very last part and it's going to be Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. One of my favorites that I've been using forever. And blend all our eyelashes in with the fakies. There you have it, your winged eyeliner. Ta-da!